Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman, Adventures with Rianne and Stardew Valley, Retired Slow Play, part number 86. We are in the 7th day of fall of year number 3. And while I'm walking around and saying good morning to the family and taking care of morning chores, I want to point out here that the previous episode, we had a new baby that came to the family. Little Rose joined our family, and that will complete us. We have Harvey Jr. and Rose, and I'm so happy that I have my little family here. That was one of the goals that I had for myself. While I'm doing all this, cashback rewards or Pierre's 400. Okay, thank you. While I'm doing all these things, I want to welcome all of my new subscribers. This has been so exciting for me to have so many people join and watch and comment and like and all those things. It's very affirming that I'm doing something that other people find interesting. So thank you all so much. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you for the 8 iridium ore from Grandpa's Shrine of Perfection, Statue of Perfection. And I'll throw a few things in like that while we're getting the housekeeping things done. First off, this is a retired slow play. So what that means is that I'm not min-maxing or power gaming this game. I am doing a specific path that I'm going to be following, but I'm not rushing it. I'm taking my time and enjoying things along the way. I've seen so many playthroughs. All of the playthroughs that I've watched over the years of any game that I've watched, they are showing you how to power game it. They're showing you how to get to the end as fast as possible. And I'm not doing that. I'm showing you how I enjoy this game in all of its beauty, all of its sweetness, all of its relaxation. I'm enjoying it all, and I'm showing you how I do that. And I do that with all of the games that I play. And I want to mention that I have started something new that I really want you to participate in. Sometime during this video, I'm going to give you a secret word of the day. I want you to use that secret word in a sentence down in the comments. And I do not want you to say the secret word of the day is whatever the word of the day is. I want you to be creative. I want you to put something interesting for me to read, and I will respond to everyone as time permits. So play along with me. I got this off as another streamer, and I thought, oh, that is so much fun. I'm going to do that. So secret word of the day coming up, so you have to listen for it. The first part of our morning chores are almost done. Oh my gosh, we've got another ancient fruit harvest. This is awesomeness. So ancient fruits are our #1 revenue stream for my farm. And I've got 3 batches of them in here. You can see, and when I say batches, I have a iridium sprinkler with 24 plants around. And so I've got 3 batches ready today, and I love it. But right below where I'm standing, those are starfruits. Starfruits are great. They are actually the most lucrative fruit that you can have in the game for money making, but you have to replant them, and it's such a pain. So I stick with the ancient fruits, except for the one star fruit, and I like having variety, so that's why I have them. We've got one fruit tree right now. We may be adding a few more in the next coming episodes, so keep an eye on that. Right now it's just the apple tree. And I'm trying to decide, let's see, I'm trying to remind myself, where am I keeping the ancient fruit? Oh yeah, in this chest. So you can see star fruits and ancient fruits. I have them all together, and we're going to start putting them through the kegs to make wine. Occasionally I will take some and put them in the preserve jars, and that will, I just like, because I get so many of them, and that's great. I love it, because it takes a really long time to make plain wine into aged wine. It takes 54 days, which is a really long time, which is okay, because the result is just that our money was going to go crazy, astronomical. It'll be crazy. You won't believe it. So anyway, we get so many of them backed up. I just sometimes take some out and put them in the preserve jars, and they make a lot of money in the preserve jars. So my philosophy is variety on the farm. I have you can see to the left there, I've got something in the middle. That's my main crop. In the fall, it is pumpkins. Then I have a plant along the edges And that plant is something that will continually be producing. So this time of year, it's going to be cranberries. Cranberries are also very lucrative, so I like the cranberries there. And then what happens is I come to a point where I don't have enough time, like the pumpkins will be harvested and I don't have enough time to plant them again at some point later in the season. I will plant other things. So, hello cranberries, thank you. The little bags there, that's from the junimos that had run around and collected what was harvestable, and a beet. So in the middle, I will be planting things that take shorter time. So there's some that take 4, 5, 6 days, things like that, and we'll put those in the middle. You can see these are all the various seeds that we could be planting. But right now I'm sticking to my main crop and what I call my secondary crop. And so it makes it pretty easy if I pay attention. If they've harvested one plant that I know that has to be replanted, in this case, I grab one seed to go replace it with. So I'm doing pumpkins as long as I possibly can to make as many pumpkins as I can. Pumpkins are lucrative in the preserve jars. It makes, I guess they call pickled pumpkins or something. But I can't remember the exact word. I think it says pickled pumpkins. So they're very lucrative. So we're doing really good here. I just noticed that the trees down below, you saw them. We've had the oak trees there for quite a while that are making oak resin, but I decided to put down some palm trees and some maple trees. Palm trees give us pine tar and maple trees give us maple syrup. And as you can see, I opened this chest. If you look really quickly, we have one maple syrup and we need more of those things just for the future. So what I was looking here is like, okay, I need to tap those 10 trees. And to do that, I need copper and wood. And so I do make a little mistake here. It's like, oh my gosh, sometimes I do things that I'm like, why did I do that? So sometimes I make mistakes, but that's okay. I let you see my mistakes, and hopefully you will realize that I'm actually a human being. I'd started putting some of the wood back, and I thought, that's just silly. Just make what I need, and then I don't have to count that out. It's like, good heavens. Sometimes my brain just doesn't quite work the way that I want it to. What can I tell you? So it's like, okay, not happening. So right now, anyway, what I'm doing is I'm making the tappers for the extra trees that we planted that are now full grown. So that's awesome. That's part of the morning chores. Is to, first off, I go to the left and I do all of the animals and all that, and then I go down to the southern part of the farm and do the things down there that I need to do. So let's see, I made 13 and I should have stopped because I forgot. I had originally, I'll back up a little bit, I originally planned to put 15 new trees in. Well, the one trees that we have, which I can't remember the name of them right now, they give us sap. And you can see I've got 2,000 sap. I never use sap. And so the trees off to the right there, I can't remember what they're called. Those are the new trees that came in with the update 1.5 update. I don't need the sap because I've got so much of it. So why should I propagate it myself? So that's why I thought I had 15 trees, because that would have been the ones that I would have planted to the left there. But I just don't see the need to do that when I already get way more sap than I need. 2,000 is way more than I need. I probably ought to dump 999 of them. To tap them, you just walk right next to it as close as you can and click the tapper on the tree, and you can see them shake. That's how I know I hit the right one. That one gave me a pine cone. Sometimes when you shake trees, you get seeds out of them. It's kind of funny. It's like, okay. And then I thought, why do I have 5 more? That's because I didn't mean to make that many. But that's okay. We may end up tapping some of the mushroom trees eventually. So it's a process. And so now I'm really happy with the way that's looking there. But I do not know what I'm going to do with the rest of it just yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. In the past, I've only planted just the oak trees, and the rest of it has been a field of grass. So that's for the silos. So I am just not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it yet. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm pondering it. In my 11-year farm, which I show screenshots regularly, you can see that that's all I've done with it. So I'm not really 100% sure yet. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. And I thought what I might do is come down and grab some of the rainbow trout here. if you take about 2 of them out, they'll propagate themselves, and in a few days I'll have 2 more rainbow trouts. They also give you presents in the little bucket there. So they give us roe, which they gave us already this morning, and sometimes they give you other things that are special. And I don't want to tell you what the rainbow trout give. You can look on the wiki yourself if you're so inclined, or you can just wait and see if it happens. So we'll see. I'm looking for something specific. It's very special. It's very rare. I don't know if it'll happen, but let's keep our fingers crossed. So put the fishing rod away in my fish chest, and earlier I had gathered the bait from the bait bin. That's the worm bin. That's the green thing. Also decided to get rid of this tree. And look, at the nice thing about those trees is the hardwood. Mahogany trees. Okay. That's a mahogany tree. I couldn't remember what it was called. Now that I've chopped it down, it gave me the seed. I know what it is. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Mahogany trees give us hardwood, so it might be worth it to plant them and replant them. I don't know. It just depends on how much hardwood we use, which lately we haven't been using a whole lot. So we'll have to do a wait and see on that. I'm still thinking about it. I'll be inspired at some point, and that's what I'll do. Like I got inspired to put in the 10 new trees. So it's all a matter of what feels right to me. A lot of my what I'm doing now is I'm double checking to see if I have weathered floor in all the places that I have originally planned to put it. So again, I wanted to finish out a few things like like right there, and just looking around and seeing where I want to put stuff. You know, I just get inspired by the amazing farms that you can see on the Discord, not the Discord, I'm sorry, the official forums. The forums has a place where you can showcase your farm, do screenshots, and that's where I got the idea for the basic layout of this farm. It came from there, and I just kind of went to it and said, okay, what do I like about these farm, and kind of like the bits and pieces. Like this decoration here has the cauliflower, and to the right, hopefully, we'll have a melon, a giant melon. That was a decorative idea that I found on that showcase. So take a look there, get on those forums, talk to the wonderful people that are there. I just can't rave about them enough. They are amazing group of people that I've been chatting with for all of the years that I've been playing Stardew Valley. They're very helpful and very kind. One of the best groups of fans of a game that I've talked to on the internet in years. So check them out. They're very welcoming. Create an account, say hi, and you'll get welcomed, and I'll look for your posts. Make a comment down below if you join the forums. That way I can be sure and look for you. So right now I want to make sure that I'm getting my kilns going. You got to get these bars going. We tend to use them up. We've only got 9 iridium bars right now. I'm very low on iron ore, and I'm very low on gold ore, and we're going to have to start making some runs to the mines and get working on that, because we don't want to end up where we're short, like we need some for whatever reason, and then we don't have any. That's a bad thing. So it's getting kind of late. My gosh, it's 6 p.m. I didn't realize how late it had gotten with all the things we were doing and messing around on the farm and chopping things up and whatever. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so late. So I don't know where I was going. I was probably going to go pop the geodes, but I just love the way this is looking here. I'm coming down here and thinking, okay, let's get this cleared out. This area right here I use for growing fiber. We use quite a bit of fiber, and we're going to be even using more fiber. So you make fiber, but you have to have the mixed seeds, and I don't have enough right now, so that's why there's nothing planted there. So eventually I'll get more. You can plant them. You don't have to water them. You can plant them any season. So that's why that's there, and it's nothing there because I don't have enough of the mixed seeds, which you get various ways. We'll get enough and I'll make some. I think it takes 108 fiber seeds, and I can't remember how many of the mixed seeds I need to make those. So while I'm doing a little farm clean up, I will tell my new subscribers what my goal is. There is a way that we're going to be able to find out very, very soon how much percentage of the game content we have accessed. We'll see this little chart and it'll tell us how far we've gotten. With my previous playthrough that I have, my other save, my main save, it has 11 game years, and it is I think it says 87%. I haven't checked my last screenshot of that. So 87% is as far as I've gotten. I stopped that play when I decided that I was going to share this amazing game with you guys, and I'm going to make this playthrough my one and only 100% playthrough. So we'll get to a point where I'm past what I've played before. I see a lot of people on YouTube streams that say blind playthroughs, and I think some of them truly are. I can tell by how they're playing, things they're saying. They're for sure. Some of them, I'm not so sure that they're really a blind playthrough. I think they're saying that just in their title to get your attention, which, hey, that's what YouTubers do. But not me. Let's double check our calendar while I'm rambling. Nothing going on tomorrow. Okay, there we go. Not me. I'm telling you, I'll be honest with you if I ever do something like that, and I'm not likely to. Completely blind, although, well, we'll get into that later. Stardew Valley, I have played since it came out pretty much. It's been about 7 years at the time of this recording. We're now on day 8 of fall in year number 3. It's been 7 years or so. I think that I have played maybe 6 years of it. And so I'm not playing a blind playthrough of Stardew Valley right now. I am playing what I've already played, although I'm kind of changing things up here and there. So it's not exactly the same. By the way, your baby stays in that crib while they grow for a while, I don't know how long, and then you can eventually pick them up and throw them in the air, which is kind of exciting. Anyway, so again, this is not a blind playthrough, but I am coming across things I've never seen before, and when that happens, I tell you, because it's like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, because I haven't seen that before. And thank you, Grandpa, for the 8 iridium ore. So if you don't know how we got that, you're going to have to watch a previous episode, because our wonderful Grandpa, because we did a number of things by the end of year 2, gifted us with a statue of perfection, which every single day gives us iridium ore. And 8 is the most you can get in a single day. So we always check it every day. We don't have to go to the mine and slave away and get killed and things like that trying to find iridium ore, because our grandpa gifts it to us every day. It's wonderful. So in the morning times, as you can see, I run around and right click. I hold my right mouse button down and just kind of slide around and looking for all of the animals. And you basically are just giving them a touch, and that's the same thing as petting them. And you do that to keep your relationship up with them. If you don't do that, your relationship falls and the quality of the products that they give you goes down. So because I'm highest friends with all of my animals, they're going to give me gold or iridium quality products. So look at the eggs, they're sometimes gold, sometimes iridium. Every once in a while we'll get a silver quality, but not very often. Mostly it's iridium and gold. So that's what happens when you make best friends with your animals. So away we go. This is a mayonnaise machine. We're going to put our eggs in there, and that's the first part of our chores in the morning, and it took us a couple hours to get that done, a couple of game hours there. So not too bad. And let's go in here and see how our starfruits, yay, starfruits are ready. So that's pretty awesome. As you can see underneath the soil there, it's kind of sparkly. That means it's fertilized. And in the case of when we're having to replant things, we do want to make sure that's fertilized. Well, if you pick up the starfruits and you go make new starfruit seeds, I'm putting them in my seed makers now, and plant them at the same time, then you will get, you don't have to refertilize. It's already fertilized, so that's kind of awesome. I was checking my box to see if I had any extra starfruit packets, seed packets, because sometimes I make like one too many or whatever, and I put them in that chest over there. I only had one in the chest. I leave it there for a placeholder. I'm very, very picky about where my seeds are. Oh, look at that. We got mixed seeds. So I was telling you there are ways to get them. That's one way to get them, is sometimes you'll get a random mixed seed, and with your, let's see how many I got, not enough yet. You'll get a random mix seed on your seed maker machine. So it's like, okay, I was bummed that it took my Starfruit, but it, we'll take it anyway. And that's okay. We got plenty of Starfruits. Okay, so we have 19 right now. I'm going to see what we get with our next one. 20 and 23. Oh, come on. I only need one more. So you get 1 to 3 seeds. So we'll either get one more, which what we need, or we're going to get 3 more, which is fine. We'll go put the extra. And come on. Click it. No, got 26. Oh my gosh. That's okay. No problem. So we'll go put those away. We only need 24, and now we're going to go plant these and get our next batch going, because it's really cool how much money we make from those. So you'll see eventually. It's going to take a while for you to see, but you'll see what I'm talking about. It'd be really cool if I could put like bottles of ancient fruit and bottles of Starfruit in the shipping bin, the aged ones, so you can see the difference. I'll try to remember to do that, but sometimes I don't remember things. So anyway, for my new viewers, I got a little bit of short-term memory loss. It's a pain in the neck, but it doesn't affect my life too much as long as I keep lists of everything. So you can see our preserve jars and our wine kegs are ready today. So what I usually try to keep extra items in that chest right there, so that when this happens, I can just grab my next batch of whatever and go ahead and pop them in. At this time, I am just keeping the 20 preserve jars inside, one outside, to kind of give me an alert when things are ready. Eventually, we can expand these sheds to be much larger, and we will fill them with the kegs and the preserve jars. Right now, we really are not quite there as far as having enough produce to be able to keep those full when they are all done. So we're going to wait a little while until we have much better stock of fruits and vegetables ready to go. So I don't want to expand them too soon, because then we're like sitting empty waiting on stuff to be done. So I don't want to get to that point. We're taking out the melon wine and putting in Starfruit this time, people. So that's going to be really cool when those are done, so you can see. The Starfruit wine will go down to the cellar here. We've got an awful lot of wines in the cellar. A lot of them are things that are pretty not very valuable. If we start getting our supply of ancient fruit wine and Starfruit wine stocked up, we may take those lesser quality wines and put them in the shipping bin, because there's no need to hang on to them and spend 54 days to age them when we've got Starfruit wines and ancient fruit wines ready to go in the casks. So it's a process figuring all that out. And again, I've done this, so I kind of know what I need to do or what I want to do, and how to increase our income. And right now we're sitting pretty good at 361,000, so that's pretty good. We don't have any huge expenditures. I like having that much money sitting there right now. Eventually, thank you for the cranberries, Junimos. Eventually, we are going to need quite a bit of money, because there are some things that we need to buy that are horrendously expensive. They are luxury items, though. The obelisks, they call them. They're these tall, very colorful tube-like things that you put on your farm, and they're for fast travel. So there's 4 different ones, and we'll eventually get them all, but they start at like 500,000 and go up to 1 million. So they're going to be expensive. It's, to me, by the time I can afford it, then it's time in the game where I don't want to be running around in such a slow manner. So we're going to buy those eventually and put them on the farm. They're awesome. If you want to look at my 11-year farm, I have a review of Stardew Valley in my reviews, and you can go look at those in that playlist and check out what they look like if you're curious. I do show screenshots periodically in my videos that are here's what we're at, here's where we were when we started on day 1, here's where we are now, and here's where where I'm going. And it does have a screenshot of those things. And again, you just click on them and they will get you places immediate. It is fast travel. So finally, we get to go pick up our iridium pickaxe. Thank you, Clint. It's ready. So I stupidly gave Clint that pickaxe. I really should have waited till winter, but I was just really anxious wanting to get all of my tools upgraded. So I've got the golden scythe, which we got in a very special and unique place. And so I think I'll just hang on to that. I don't know why I would want to increase that to it already. I don't think you can actually increase that one because it was a special one. Not 100% sure, but I don't see any reason because I just use it to hack some hay. I'll have to research it and find out. We're going to take a ride and head on over to the... I always forget the name of the desert when I start to say it. We're at the desert, okay? And you take a bus ride. It is 500 again. The Bliss will bring us here immediately. Each time we come, each day has different things available for purchase, but it's for trade. So if you looked really quickly there, nothing, you can't get any of that with money. So I thought that I would come out and check out the oasis. And I want to pick up any coconuts I see. So if you watched a previous episode, you know that we finally got access to this casino back here. There's a hidden casino in the desert. Oh my gosh. Now when we left, we had 2320. And if you watched the previous episode or two, I showed you how we can get in here and start playing. I'm not going to torture you with a long playthrough of this, of how I made the monies. I'll just kind of do some hitting and missing when I get big hits and things. So this is just a basic slot machine. You bet 10, you bet 100, and you win accordingly. This was my big hit. I wanted you to see this. So 3,000. So that's pretty cool. I wanted to point out that time does not pass. Here's another big hit that I wanted you to see. 3,000 again. So I'm at 81. So time does not pass. I could spend hours here. And when you leave, it's whatever time it was when you went in. So in a way, oh, here's another. Look at that. 12,000. That was the big hit. Now I'm over 20,000. So if you watched a previous episode where I showed this, there are things that you can buy with the chips that you're winning. And I'm going to go right there and take a quick look. It's up on the top right hand side. And it's these things that are paintings and things. There's a top hat. There's a scarecrow. So you can buy as many of these with the chips as you want. And I'm sorry, it's a rarecrow. And this is number 3 out of 8 because there's 8 total rarecrows that you can collect. And we've been collecting them all along. And I'm pretty confident that is the last one of the rarecrows. So I was thinking about what else could I show you. Then I thought, well, we got so much money left over and I really don't want to buy anything else. Let's check out the rules here at Calico Jack. So everybody kind of pretty much knows what blackjack is. This one draws until they hit 18. They don't sit on 17. So I keep hitting it with my stupid axe. It's like, come on. I'm a terrible blackjack. I've always lost money at blackjack. I don't play it. I do the slot machines because, I stand on 17. If they hit 18, if they don't hit 18, they, see, she'll go more. Now she busted. So I got 100. That's it. I don't find this interesting or fun. I know a lot of people like blackjack. My husband likes blackjack and has won money at blackjack. I do not. So I stand on 17 and 21, they beat me. I lost 200. That was a double or nothing. So I hate it. And it doesn't seem to be my game at all. Here I am standing on 18 and we won this one. So I don't know. I just have never enjoyed it. I like slot machines. And I always think, let's go back to our what won for us the last time. And so, really I'm just trying to see if I can get some more chips. Keep in mind that we originally invested 1,000 gold and you don't ever get that money back. So if you go through all of your money, you don't get that money back. So it basically cost me 1,000 gold to get that rarecrow, which I'm okay with. I'm just kind of showing you again what items are available. A farm totem for 500, a modern double bed. I mean, I like old ancient or old antique looking things. So modern double bed doesn't do it for me. This is Mr. Key, by the way, just so you know what he looks like. Then there's this machine over here. It's like they have a file on us: steps, gifts, days in Stardew Valley, dirt hoed, items crafted, cooked, and recycled, monsters slain, fish caught, lines cast, seeds sown, items shipped. So Mr. Key has been keeping a file on us, apparently. So that's not creepy at all. I kind of wanted to ask him, Mr. Key, what businesses have you, how many steps I've taken in the game? So I think it's kind of, really it's kind of interesting, but at the same time it's kind of creepy. So I did want to stop and say hello to Sandy there. Now you can see it's only 4:20 p.m. That's the time that we went in to the casino. So it's funny because time doesn't pass. If you're in a real casino, time goes by really fast. So all of a sudden you go in the daytime and then you come out and it's dark, or you go in the dark and it's morning. You're like, oh my gosh. So I think that's kind of funny and ironic that time does not pass in the casino. But I'm glad it is that way, so that you don't feel like you have to leave when you're at a certain time. So I won't be spending a whole lot of time there. I really think that I got what I wanted. The chips that I had earned before can just stay there indefinitely. But I wanted to show you that the interesting thing. We had to do a whole bunch of really crazy little quests to get the club card that got us in there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at the previous episodes. So anyway, I just thought this was something fun and different that I wanted to show you. And I got my alien scarecrow, or rarecrow, I'm sorry, rarecrow is what they're called. And they're just, like there's one right there, it looks like a witchy thing, there's a pumpkin-y one, and there's another, a green witch, so a good witch and a bad witch, I don't know, they don't have them named, they just say rarecrow number whatever. And so I had kept a list of rarecrows, the numbers of them, to see which ones we still needed for our collection. And then I knew I needed one more, and I did not remember that that's where I got it from. It's like when I went to the casino, I wasn't sure. It's like, okay, where, how do I get some of those when I don't remember for sure? And I could have looked it up, but I didn't, so I didn't remember. So that was cool. We did get some cactus fruit and some coconuts. We've got some NPCs, let's say some villagers, let's role play here, villagers that want those, and so we'll hang on to them. Now I wanted to see how much of the fiber seeds that I can make. I think it says, do I have 18? Yeah, you need, let me see if I can find the right thing and I'll show you. There it is. You need mixed seed, clay in equal amounts, and sap times 5 to make the fiber seeds. And so I went ahead and put what I had in my pack so that if I crafted the new ones, then I would be able to go plant the field. And I don't know that I'm going to have enough, so I don't think so. But we'll try and see. We're getting close. It really does help when we put the seeds in the seed maker and get 3 at a time of the mixed seeds. But we'll get them. It don't matter. Eventually you get so many, then I can keep that field planted indefinitely. But it's okay. We've got plenty of fiber right now for the things that we need. So right now 136. So we actually have enough to go plant the field. And I started to go put the seeds away. And then I thought, wait a minute, I need 108. I've got enough. Like, okay, what's the brain? So I'm excited. We get to go plant our field again. You can plant and harvest the fiber seeds year-round. You don't have to water them. The only thing that you may or may not want to pay attention to is that there are no scarecrows around them. So occasionally the daggone crows come and steal one. Because I'm planting 108 and I'm going to harvest all of them, I don't worry about it. If I was short on fiber, then I might plant scarecrows all around it, but I'm not worried about it. Usually I lose 1 or 2 plants at the most. So no big deal. Hoeing this up with my beautiful iridium hoe. Look how quickly that took us to do. And almost no energy at all. Used to be we were hacking one little spot at a time. So hold my right mouse button down and run. Put my mouse right on my person and just run, and I can stay in the same place and do the next place. So I didn't have to move. I could have just stood right there. So look how quick that is to plant 108 seeds. Just boom, boom, boom. Easy peasy. So I'm so excited that I had enough to be able to do this. I'd been waiting. So awesome. I was glad that that worked out. And I'm going to have a few left over. Yep, I got 28 seeds left over to put away for our next batch. So they would just sit right there, grow by themselves, don't need water, don't need anything. So I love it. So now I'm thinking, okay, where do I want to put this rarecrow? I like to put them where I can see them. I don't put them behind trees or something. And I'm thinking this corner right here needs one. We didn't have one up there. I don't remember how many squares each one covers. I know that I've got too many around the, like there's 4 around the Junimo huts, and I know I've got a few too many and too close of a space. So eventually I may switch that. We probably need some right along the top here, but anyway, it's okay. It's okay. We're not getting a whole bunch of plants stolen that I can tell from the daggone crows. So let's see. I'm looking at my ore here thinking, man, oh man, we are going to have to hit up the mines pretty soon. So got plenty of copper because I've been hitting up the mine for the stone that we need, and I've been going in the super low levels of the mine. Well, the downside to that is that we're getting copper, lots and lots and lots of copper. So we need to get iron ore really badly. So look at the shadows on the ground of the trees. That's so cool. That's a really nice little, small little things like that make a difference. I can see the shadows from the Junimo hut. There's so many little details that if you slow down and pay attention, you can enjoy them. And that's exactly what I'm doing, is just noticing the little things. And my play style, I found it to be unique because when I was looking at, when I look at gameplay videos, all I'm seeing is min-maxing, power, gaming. I'm not seeing what I'm playing. I'm not seeing let's just take it easy and figure this out and take it a day at a time. The secret word of the day is rarecrow, so please use the word rarecrow in a sentence down in the comments. Thank you for following along. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you like my video, give it a like. It makes YouTube, all those things make YouTube like me better and lets me know I'm doing something other people find interesting. The most important thing is I want you to have a wonderful rest of your day.